I suck at rope climbs. Will you teach me?
I'll try.
Dude learns rope climbs. Put any questions you have for me in the comments.
How bad do you suck at them?
Is it for grip? Can you do it without pants?
No.
Show me the places it ends up burning. I always get confused on the two different kinds of hooks.
I use the heel hook.
Show me the different two this way. What do you recommend to your people? Heel hook? As opposed to what?
As opposed to jumping and doing this.
How do I not burn the shit out of my hand?
If you're not a games athlete or a high-level semifinal athlete, you should be doing most of your rope work like this. How bad do you suck at them?
Well, I just don't like doing them.
Okay.
And mainly because they kind of hurt. Like my grip, I don't like grabbing this thing. And then, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass.
Well, they're part of the sport. I do see a lot of people, for some reason, climb the rope without protecting their legs, and then they have those big old rope burns. That doesn't make any sense.
Can you do it without pants?
No. Oh my God, I don't know why anyone does rope climbs without pants. Yeah, blows my mind.
What about knee sleeves? People pull those up.
Yeah, you can wear knee sleeves like around your ankle.
But it won't take care of. Well, show me the places it ends up burning.
Well, it depends where you're hooking, but I do a heel hook, so the rope comes outside of my foot, so it would burn like through here, and then when I'm sliding, the rope is like in my, like I'm tight into it, so it would burn the inside of my thighs also. Yeah.
I always get confused on the two different kinds of hooks.
Yeah, well, there's more than two, but the two main ones are the J hook and the heel hook.
Which one did you say you use?
I use the heel hook.
Why?
Because it's faster to slide down, and I think that's actually where most people mess up their rope climb the most and just like use too much energy sliding down or coming down with like a hand over hand. But if you heel hook, the rope just like slides between your feet on the way down, and I'm just like, my hands are like around the rope, but they're like
okay, if I was
loose.
At regionals, what are most people using?
A mix of the two. I'd say the most efficient climbers use a heel hook. Fikowski was here before semis, not regionals. Regionals are gone.
Yeah.
And he said
calling it regionals.
He said he does a J hook because he's really tall and he does two pulls. J hook, and then he heel hooks the second one so that he can slide down.
Okay, show me those two.
Okay. So the J hook. This might take me a second because I never do this, but basically what you're doing is you're getting the rope.
I know one of the drills y'all do is like sitting on a box.
Oh yeah.
And is the reason y'all do that just because if you're practicing as a noob, you don't have to like hold your body up?
Yeah, it's just a way to totally focus on the foot position without worrying about anything else. If you're brand new to climbing the rope, you need to spend so much time doing this drill until you basically can't, like, if I were to say do 10 wraps sitting here, you hit it perfectly every time, then you're ready to climb the rope.
Yeah, I saw y'all filming these demos. I think for me, when I do the ropes, I would do that where I get tired and I'm like I'm exhausted just holding myself up trying to like figure out where my freaking feet are going.
Yeah, if you don't have the whatever foot clamp style you choose, if you don't have that down, you're not gonna have efficient rope climbs, because as soon as you get tired, you're gonna start missing your feet, and then that's when you're like holding on for dear life.
Okay, show me the different two this way.
Okay, so the heel hook, this is the one that I do, and the one that's faster on the way down. You have one foot to lift the rope as like I think of like creating a step, and then the other one swoops up and around and then clamps on top. And what you want to think of is creating pressure between your 2 feet, almost like a pinch on the rope. So it's not so much standing on the rope, it's like a pinch. So I lift it with my left foot and then I swoop around and then I pinch.
Okay.
And the rope is outside on my heel, which is why it's called the heel hook.
And so, okay. And now show me the other one, I guess.
Let me do that one more time and stand up just so you can see. So lift, swoop, stand.
Okay.
And the rope is pinched between my feet.
Yeah.
The J hook, the rope is outside of your leg, and you're taking the other foot to swoop it around. And then you'll see different people do this differently. You can either pinch it or step on top. Okay. But you want to have enough pressure on the rope where you feel like you can just put your weight on it to stand.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is, a lot of people say this is more secure.
Why?
Probably just because you have like more rope like you have it wrapped all the way around your foot and you're stepping on top of it. So like that's a lot of wrap.
Yeah.
But I think personally the heel hook can be just as secure if you practice it enough and get it right and remember that it's a pinch, not a step on top.
How long did it take you to get comfortable where you thought the heel hook was equally as secure?
Probably like 4 weeks of practicing it.
Okay, so it was like one of the, an acquired taste.
Yes, very much so.
So real quick, just quickly show me the two back to back and say the name of them as you do it.
Okay, so this is the heel hook. Lift, swoop, pinch, and then the J hook, the rope starts outside, swoop over, and step on top.
Now, I know you said it's like 50-50 maybe of what people use-ish.
I'd say more people use a J hook than a heel hook, but I think it's because people haven't taken the time to learn it. Like, it takes a while to learn. And
what do you recommend to your people? Heel hook?
I make my athletes practice heel hook until they get it.
Do you want to just teach the rest from here on out heel hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be next? So like now I gotta what, jump up?
Yeah, so from here, I'm gonna go over to the long rope. I teach people how to start the rope climb. To start, I do no jumping. I personally don't jump ever, unless it was like at the games and we were climbing like a 20-foot rope. Because a lot of people, when they jump, there's two things. One, you're not actually jumping that high and you think you are and you're like using energy for nothing. And I'm not like ragging on everybody else. I learned this myself watching a video where I would like get like all set up to jump and then I would do this. And it's like, like I couldn't just,
But there's some people out there who do a good jump, right?
Yeah, for sure. And if you're good at jumping and you've practiced it, then there's nothing wrong with it. I would just say if you're going to jump, you need to practice jumping and landing on the rope with straight arms. Because when I
As opposed to what?
As opposed to jumping and doing this, because that's how you, arms? Yeah, that's how you start with a really inefficient rope climb. So what I was gonna say from here is I teach people to practice setting their feet with the straight arm reach. So you take your bottom arm and you reach it as high as you can, and then you take your top arm and you reach it just above. So my top arm is completely straight. There's a little bit of a bend in the bottom one.
Yeah, I can see it right there.
But I'm not like flexed.
Yeah, I got you.
And then from here, practice doing your heel hook. So I would lift, swoop, and pinch, and just get used to doing that from this position.
Yeah.
So reach high, lift, swoop, pinch.
Now, when you were learning this, is the temptation to actually start doing freaking rope pulls, and should I not? Like how much should I just practice the technique of getting set up versus like ascending?
I mean, for most athletes, and by most I mean if you're not a games athlete or a high-level semifinal athlete, you should be doing most of your rope work like this. Because if you're
just practicing getting set.
Yeah, practicing getting set and then practicing the segmented drills versus just doing rope climb volume work if you're not used to it, because then you're just practicing bad mechanics. You're not really gonna, like, you might get a little more enduring at your crappy rope climbs. Did I do that?
Back in the day?
Yeah, for sure. I learned my lesson hard at the first year our team went to the games, and there were sets of 4 rope climbs, and I blew up so bad. There's actually a picture of, because they were synchro, of Kyle Ruth like at the top, and he's just like waiting for me, and I'm like halfway down the rope, like.
And that's what? Because you didn't practice your setup enough, or what?
I just kind of assumed I was good at rope climbs because I'm tall and I never.
Because you could get up there.
Yeah, but I didn't know why. I didn't take the time to know why I was good at it and like what I could, with really all movements, but specifically gymnastics. I like to know, all right, I'm getting really blown up. What can I focus on to make sure I stay efficient? And I didn't really know that about rope climbs.
Okay, all right, so stay there, practice this, and then what? Once you got that figured out?
So once you can clamp without fumbling
Hey, there's
your
Jackie.
feet. Once you can clamp without fumbling your feet, then you're gonna practice standing up without moving your hands. I call this hands to belly button. So you're here, and then when you set your feet so you're in a bunch position, and then you're gonna stand up, and as you stand, your body is gonna move up and your hands don't move, and they end up...
You just gotta show me one real quick.
So from here, I stand, and my hands are at my belly button.
Okay.
But that stand was with my legs.
Okay, how do people mess this part up?
As soon as...
No, show me the mess up.
Okay.
Show me what most people are doing wrong. Oh, yeah. It's like a little inchworm. I can't even tell what's happening there. What is happening there?
Basically, I'm moving my arms before my legs or at the same time as my legs.
And that's bad. That's the bad one.
Yeah, you want to cover as much ground with your legs as you can. And then, so like the distance that I'm standing on the rope is with my legs, and then I'm just moving my hands. I'm not pulling at all.
Show me again.
The good one or the bad one?
Yeah, not the good one.
So then from here, that's just moving my hands.
All right, so how do I think about that once I'm on the rope? I think walk through
hands,
it as you do it.
Okay, so reach high, reach higher, set my feet, hands to belly button, and then reach.
Hands to belly button.
HTBB.
HTBB, hands to belly button. Does it work for innies and outies?
You know, I haven't done any studies on outies, so
I
have an innie. I have an innie, and I have
oh my God. That's your piercing hole?
I have a leftover hole.
That's the smallest.
As soon as I learned to do bar muscle ups, I took my belly button piercing out, so I was scared.
Okay, so now what? Now what else are people messing up?
Coming down, you can...
Oh, yes. That's always terrifying.
Yes,
and,
maybe.
Well, I mean...
Like you feel like you're going to fall?
Well, no. It's not that I'm scared I'm going to fall. It's just like I don't know what I'm doing. And it's just kind of like a...
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, here we go.
Yeah. And that's... Like when people learn to rope climb, you don't really think about that part. And you get up there and you're like, all right. And then the weight... I've seen tons of people make the way down look more taxing than the way up.
Yes.
For me, I've gotten to the point where the way down is like I'm not doing anything.
Is there a way to practice the way down without having to go up there?
Oh, you got to go a little bit, but
like
you start with like a one pull and then coming down.
Okay.
So there's a few different ways to come down. A huge reason why you use a heel hook is so that you can slide down. So I'll just show you guys that.
What do you mean? Because the other version is harder to slide down from the J?
Yeah, you can't really slide down on a J hook.
So that's is that the reason you pick it?
That's a huge part of it. Yeah, because like I said, people use a lot of energy on the way down. I use 0 energy on the way down.
Yeah. Well, that seems like it's worth it.
Yes. So
you're smart.
So really all you do to come down from a heel hook is you let go of a little bit of pressure on that pinch, and then just make sure you keep your body pretty close to the rope as you're coming down and don't lean back. So I'll just do one pull.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 2 pulls. I wasn't far enough off the ground.
There's 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, I can't tell what's happening, but can you explain what's happening?
Yeah, so I finish my rope climb. I make sure I bring my hands down a little bit so that they're like here, because it's hard to slide from here. I want to be able to keep my chest close.
Hold on, show me that. Do a 2 pull and then show me how you adjust your hands before you slide. All right, so you're at the top and now you're about to slide down. Okay, I see. I would have totally not noticed that. Got it. Yeah.
Quick, like,
you keep turning. Ah.
And then from here, just release. And I keep my hands are still on the rope.
Yeah, that's a big one. How do I not burn the shit out of my hands?
Well, you're letting go. You're not holding the rope, but that's why you want to keep your chest close.
Okay.
And then when you get close to the ground, I just re-grip really quick and then let go.
Totally let go.
I totally let go. Yeah.
And it's only feet?
Only feet.
So it's just like like you're squeezing it tight with your chest and your arms, kind of?
My body's close enough that I know, like, if my feet slip, I'm not. It's not like I'm here and I'm gonna like tumble down.
How long did it take for you to get comfortable doing that?
A while.
Yeah. Seems like you're just having to trust.
Yeah. Well, when I program these for my athletes, I start them off with either 1 or 2 pulls and then slide. And I have them do like segmented slides where slide a little and stop and then finish the slide. So it's less daunting to just like release and go. Okay.
Is there a way we can sit you back down here and you can show me what's happening with your feet when you slide down, or is that not going to work? Like just as a demo, because I can't tell what. Yeah. Or is it just still in between your feet?
It's nothing changes. It's just like the rope is still in the exact same position. I'm just releasing the tiniest bit of tension to let the rope go.
Okay, so you're just kind of like picking up the top foot a little bit?
Do you want me to do it and like you zoom in on my feet and then tell me when to slide? Do you want me to go all the way up so it's longer?
Sure. And can you slide down slow for this one? No?
No, it's gravity.
You can't like make yourself go slower? It's cool. All right, whenever you're ready. Okay. All right, so
Did you get it?
No, I got it. You're just saying you just basically take a little pressure off.
Yeah, there's not much, there's no like technique to it really. I just say, make sure your hands are like around your face level so that you feel secure. Slight release, and then when you get close to the ground, just tighten your hands back up. It's not like a jarring thing, you just stop.
Yeah. Okay, so how do most people mess that up? Is there any big things you see?
Yeah, they control down with their arms, so like that.
Like ratcheting back down.
Some people will even like climb down like that.
Well, I guess, okay, that's just doing it not how you said, but is there any, like when you're teaching people the method you just taught me, is there any things that when they're practicing that they mess up? Like, or is that just a dumb question?
Yeah, no, it's not a dumb question. I wouldn't say they mess up, it's like, it just takes time to trust it. Okay. Like my cue
How long did it take you?
To be like fully confident that I can slide down, and it's still not 100%. Like there's times where I'm so tired that I do stop myself. I don't know, 6 months of training this.
And training regularly.
Yeah.
Okay,
and like,
so they should not get their you're not going to watch this video and then be sweet.
I mean, maybe you're more athletic than me, but just it just takes time to build confidence in it, and it's the same as like. You guys, I'm sure you guys saw when I climb where I like reach with both hands. Like that didn't happen right away. It took time for me to feel confident enough that like I'm close enough to the rope that I can do this and I'm not gonna fall. Okay. And it's not like I can just be like, go do that, because you're just gonna freak out. Should people start learning how many pulls it should take? Or is it just, so for sure. How do you figure that out? You just go practice it? You practice it. And are you trying to get down to a certain number, or is it just like whatever, everyone's different? Within reason, like you don't want to do a 6-pull rope climb, but I'm pretty tall, I'm 5'10". I could get up this rope in 2 pulls, but that's not the most efficient way for me to do it. Why not? Because I would have to jump, which if it's like just a few reps and then I'm like moving on to something else, or you go, I go, that's fine. But if I have to go like that games workout I gave the example of and do 4 in a row to 20 feet and do that 4 times in a workout, I'm just gonna blow up too much by jumping and trying to to get a high pull on a rope climb, unless you're a really tall guy, you have to get your feet up super high. And this position gets really tiring. Like think of that quarterfinals workout from a couple years ago where there was the GHDs and the pistols, and people went to go do a rope climb and they could only like lift their legs this high because their hip flexors were so blown up. Well, you can't, there's nothing you can do to change that. So like, do you know how to climb like that? Okay, so by doing one more climb or one more pull, you just save some energy. I don't have to bring my legs up as high. So the time that you're holding onto the rope while your feet are off of the rope, you want to minimize as much as possible, right? Because that's where your grip will blow up, and that's where most people blow up on rope climbs. So watch how long I'm holding on with this, and then I'll do my normal version. So this is me trying to do a deep pull, there's just like so much time where I'm moving my feet versus when I'm doing my little choppy 3 pulls.
Little choppy 3 pulls looking ass. Okay.
It's just, I'm not holding onto the rope with my arm.
What else? Anything else?
If you're not comfortable with the slide down, you can use like the leg grab or crotch grab method. Basically you climb up. This is a little bit slower because at the top you have to change your feet position.
Yeah.
But for people who aren't comfortable with the other slide, it's another way where you can get down the rope without using any energy. So I'm going to let go, grab the rope between my legs.
Oh, that looks like it hurts.
You gotta wear pants.
So with the pants, it doesn't hurt?
I would wear thicker pants if I was doing a lot of reps of that.
So that's more of like you suggest they still practice the other version, but that's like, hey, if you're up there and you're terrified and you just need to get back down because you're uncomfortable, maybe.
Yeah, that's also a good way to slide down for legless because you can hit and then just grab with your legs.
Oh, okay. That's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, we're not doing that today.
Okay. But well, anything else we missed?
Just like any other gymnastics movement, like you have to practice it. You have to practice the skill. So give yourself the grace of, hey, I'm going to spend the next 3 months just trying to get better at rope climbs. I'm not going to worry about doing them in a Metcon or how many I can do in 2 minutes. I'm just going to really dial in the movement and the technique so that when I get to the season, I can improve on it. Because they've become like a staple in quarterfinals now. Yeah. Do you have any more questions?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going to be a rope climb master now.
Woo!
See ya.
All right.